Hello and welcome. Oh, Jerry's there. Who is this on my screen? Hang on, this isn't me. Hey, I'm being
No,
hidden. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna shrink. We're shrinking you down, man. Hello and welcome to Dwit 3D Canada this fine Sunday night, everybody. As you see, I have a special guest right there, right over in the corner here. Jerry is going to help me monitor chat tonight so I don't miss anything important and burn my house down. How are you, Jerry?
oh, pretty good, sir. How you been?
Doing good, thank you.
Hello,
So,
everybody in the chat. See Betty Boop, Jose, Tuxedo, Rick Ferguson, Al George, Odessa, Tuxedo, many people. Hello, welcome.
all kinds of people in chat. Man, there's 41 comments in chat already. I'm not going to go through everybody. I'm just going to say hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
If we always read your chat. Sometimes we may not respond, but we always read all the chats as they come in.
Oh, yeah. Read all the chat. And there's not too much lag tonight on this. And first thing's most important, though. I haven't pinned it yet. Let me get in and pin the link to enter the Polymaker draw. Hang on. Let me do that.
Some of the best going on.
It's in the description, but I'm also going to put it in the chat so it makes people don't have to look hard.
Okay.
So here we go. We're going to pin this at the top of the chat right now. There it is. There's the link right there, and we're going to pin it. And there it is pinned at the top of the chat. So go ahead and enter to win some Polymaker Filament tonight. It feels weird because we're not going to be talking about filament or anything tonight. We're going to be talking about burning stuff, as in burn baby burn. So last week we got the mirror alignment done on the K40 here, on the Monport K40. Again, thank you Monport for sending this out to me. Tonight we're going to do some burning of, hopefully no fingers are going to be burned. We're going to burn wood and maybe some plastic or acrylic. We'll burn some acrylic. So, and Jerry is gracefully volunteered to help me monitor chat because sometimes I'm got my back turned and I'm doing stuff and somebody's saying something important and I miss it. And then people say, read the chat. So, yeah. And so I see Kilroy's here now, and Tuxedo says, no, Tim, you have to read all the chat and memorize it integrally.
I'm going to check my mic settings. Al says I sound like I'm coming from a different source. Check that.
You're a little hollow sounding. I'm not sure.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Anyways, in the meantime, we're going to. Jerry and I were talking off stream a little bit, and I didn't mention to him because we were running close, but I do have one of these. I did get a scissor lift.
Test.
Oh, much better.
All right, I got it. Oh, those are really cool. Yeah.
I did get a scissor lift to actually be able to lift my material to focus because I did another ramp test this morning. Actually, I did another ramp test, and it turned out that we are. Where did I put my little thing? That my ideal focus is 8 millimeters. So I did a really cool little. I made myself a little focus piece, and it's 8 millimeters, and that's my focal distance of lens right there. So I just made this really quickly on my XTool S1. So I do have the actual focus length that I can dial in here. And that is what I have dialed in there right now. And if I show you the laser, all I've done right now is I've put some wood up on the sides for now until I'm going to be taking this whole bottom base off eventually and putting a scissor lift in. But right now I've just stacked wood on either side, and then in between some of those pieces of wood I put some paper so that I have a perfectly distance 8 millimeter focal length from my lens to the workpiece here. So it's going to work out perfect that way.
Something I wanted to mention, but I forgot. I forget where it's at in the Lightburn. But when you go and you pick this laser, you set up your job, and you go to hit run, the post-it will pop up on the screen of Lightburn, and you can type in, have I turned on the chiller? Is air assist on? Have I done this or done that? It's like a reminder screen. I forget where it's at in Lightburn, but you can add that yourself as a reminder.
That's a great reminder. I had Russ was on. We were just doing a personal thing. He was showing me some things in Lightburn yesterday, and I turned on. I forget which laser I turned on. I think it was this one. I turned on to burn something, and I forgot to close my valve for the CO2 and open my valve for this one. and then I open this to take the piece out, and just smoke billowed out. So that's another reminder. I've got to remember which laser I'm using and have the appropriate vent open for it.
Yeah.
But it was all good. No, there was no smoke alarms going off. Everything was good.
Good.
So
I just
Nick,
did a
Nick,
marble run.
huh?
Kilroy Odessa Woodworking, that's in chat right now, has been
Yeah.
making marble runs on his laser, cutting them out, putting them together. And my wife
Ah,
has been bugging me for a few weeks. I want one. I want one. So yesterday and the day before, I got everything all cut out. And some of the pieces didn't cut all the way through, depending on the type of material you have or how the layers are glued together. It might not cut all the way through. So I take an X-Acto knife, and I got to kind of cut some on
yeah,
the mouth. So I got that all ready to
yeah.
build. I've got marbles in the mail yesterday. I got like 500 marbles or
Oh,
cat's eye marbles. I'm all ready to go with marbles now.
I gotta make one of those. That sounds fun. Nick says, "Is this the length away from the lens?" Yes, it's the length from the tip of the lens, the bottom of the lens to the material you're cutting or engraving. That is the length. Now I did find the focus piece that came with the laser, and it was a fair bit. It was a fair bit longer than the actual focal length that I came up with. Where's my meter? There's my stick right here. So the one that came with it is 13 millimeters high. It was this just plastic one. And I'm actually focusing at 8 millimeters. So it's a 5 millimeter difference that I'm focusing at. So it makes a huge difference. And now, again, that could have something to do with me changing the tube out as well. So, but yeah, so we're going to try a few different materials. You had to get a box of marbles because you lost all your other marbles, Kilroy says.
Oh, something else I wanted to ask you. Where's the little man? He hasn't been very long. And saying, please like, subscribe, and share. He don't come down no more.
He's upstairs. He's playing his game. He's more interested in his game now.
He's old enough. He's stuck on video games and have time for dad.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Okay.
But that's a stage, right? That's a stage. Yeah. But he may pop down. If Mom is listening, have him pop down and say hi. Mom listens sometimes, so yeah,
right.
You never know. What else was I going to say to you guys? I finally got a powered USB for my computer, so I finally get everything working. But now I just have to organize things and run my cables. I got a 25-foot USB-C cable for running to the laser over there, but right now I just have cables just sort of strewed everywhere, so I got to be careful where I walk. So life is a stage. It sure is, Andrew. It sure is. So,
is your super chat button working now? You got that button working?
I haven't got that. I haven't programmed that in this EVMUX software yet. No, okay. I got to do that yet. That's one of the things I got to do. So,
all right.
But
I got mine running through my Stream Deck, and I got OBS in the background.
If I get a super chat, I will do the super chat voice if I get one. So we'll see. We'll see.
If you guys want to help out DeWitt buy supplies, super chat buttons right down below would help him out immensely. And content creators do not like to ask for themselves, so it's good when people come on, they can ask for them.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Questionable Choice says, do you finish setup and alignment without it? No, I did a live stream of the alignment last week. But what I did without you, Questionable Choices, was I did do another ramp test to double check my focus. I was going at 9 millimeters, but it turns out my ideal focus was at 8 millimeters. The mistake I made was I didn't have my power at a high enough setting when I did that first ramp test, so I wasn't getting a really true line. So, yeah. Anyways, I want to start doing some engraving on some material to test out this machine and see what we can get. So I created off stream. Now, Russ told me about something I no clue heard. Oh, look at that. Another GC just sent a super chat. So I'm going to go, super chat. Aha. Thank you so much, another CG. Appreciate that. Super chat. I'll try and make it better next time. Whew, there we go. I'll do a high girl's voice super chat if somebody wants, but hey, that requires another donation. So there we go. I designed me and my. I was saying that Russ told me about a feature I had no clue was built into Windows. No clue. I've been using ChatGPT to do some design stuff, but ChatGPT, if you don't pay for it, the high enough level, it says, okay, you've used all your resources for today. But he told me about this one called Copilot that is built into Windows. I'm going to move. Whoops. So if you look at the top there, it's Microsoft Copilot, Microsoft 365 Copilot. So I just said I want a drawing of a goose and a moose, and how much more Canadian can you get than a goose and a moose? Although the moose is missing an antler, but I just wanted something sort of original to try and do some engraving on to test this machine. And I thought, since I'm in Canada, we're going to do a Canadian goose and a Canadian moose. So there we go. We're going to work on those guys. So, oh, where's my chat? My chat
Gilroy
just,
Odessa just sent you $5 super chat.
I missed it. Kilroy. Oh, Kilroy, you sent me another. Okay, well, I said I would do it. Okay, you ready? Super chat. Oh, thank you. Hey, hey. Okay.
And I got a button here too. Look at this. Oh, look.
Awesome, super chat.
Oh, you got that one too, but my voice got a little higher than that. Super chat. Okay, thank you so much, Kilroy. That's what we're working. I appreciate that. Thank you so
Very
much.
cool.
There's
Thanks,
Moose,
guys.
Loose, and the Hoose. That's a good one icon. Moose, Loose, and the Hoose.
We love our
Okay,
Canadian
so,
friends.
aha. Well worth it, he says. The other thing that I've discovered, and this should have been a no-brainer, I have started using ChatGPT because I don't have to pay for it. But I've started using ChatGPT. For instance, right now I'm going to burn some 3mm basswood engrave, and I have no clue what settings to use for the K40. But I can go to ChatGPT and say, hey, setting for engraving 3mm basswood on Monport K40 laser. It's going to go through and tell me, hey, engraving settings for 3mm basswood, 20 to 30%, 250 to 400 millimeters per second, LPI 3 to 400, higher for photo or fine detail, passes 1, air assist on, helps smoke and clearing. It's awesome. So if you're ever stuck with a material and you're not sure, or you've been hearing mixed, somebody says do it this way, somebody just go to ChatGPT. It finds basically, I think what it does is it goes in the internet, looks, okay, K40, Monport, blah, this is the ideal, or this is the recommended settings. So pretty cool.
I never thought
So
about
that's,
that.
yeah, and it's for, I did it earlier because we're going to do some acrylic. So we're going to do some 3mm acrylic, and it's telling me 95 to 100%, but we never run our CO2s at 100%. So we may do 90%, 5 millimeters a second, one pass. We're going to try some acrylic, but first we're going to engrave some basswood and see what happens. So
I check Facebook groups and I go to company websites, but yeah, that's another good resource.
Yeah, ChatGPT is a great resource for that.
When you use
So,
ChatGPT to make pictures and stuff, sometimes you get 6 fingers and 7 thumbs. So depends.
yes, yeah. That happens. So we got our loose moose and goose image here. I've set it to fill, and so it suggested 20 to 30%. So I'm going to go in the high end 30%, so I'll get a dark engraving, and we're going to go in the middle, we'll go 300 millimeters a second. So I'm going to go 20%, we're going to go 30%, 300 millimeters. So we get in here, we're going to go 300 millimeters.
Like Rick says, just remember, it can make mistakes. Because ChatGPT does make mistakes a lot. So.
It's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect. So, and then we're doing a fill. We're going to do bidirectional. Line sprints, we'll leave it at 254. Over scanning, I'm not sure what a lot of this stuff means. I'm not very, very well versed in Lightburn yet, but I am learning little bits at a time. We're going to go okay. This is a little bit big, so I'm going to basically shrink that down a little bit so we're not sitting here all evening watching this thing go. Now, I guess I can also go in here and under window preview, it'll give me an idea of how long it's going to take. And this says it's going to take 7 minutes and 51 seconds to burn this. So,
Tim, also you can make a bunch of little ones on the screen, do one smaller with certain settings and go back into your settings and pick maybe grayscale and do another small one. That way you have like a test page.
Yeah, I can do a test grid on this too. The Lightburn will let me do laser tools material test. This will let me do a material test, but I'm going to just forego that for now, just to see how ChatGPT did with this, and to see how good of a burn we're going to get on this. So we're gonna go with this for now. So I'm going to now just go over and home my machine. Let's see, we'll put you on this camera angle here, and we'll switch to this. Then I'm going to home it. right out of Lightburn. It's not connected. Why? Oh, I got to turn the machine on. Okay, yeah. Just quick tip: you have to turn the machine on to home it.
Chiller.
And the chiller. Thank you. Chiller. And I got my proper vent blocker open, or ductor blocker opened. So there we go. Okay, so we open this now, and we should be recognized in. Let's see.
On that machine, wear your laser glasses for that machine whenever looking in it or anything. Have your
Yeah,
glasses.
COM 8 it came to. Okay, so now I'm using absolute coordinates. So we're going to hold frame and see where we're at. And it looks like we're doing okay on that. Actually, I may just move it up a little bit more on the wood. And let's frame it. Okay, that'll be fine. We'll do that engrave right there. I'm actually just going to move the wood. So we're not wasting too much. We'll do a quick engrave here, then we'll do an engrave and cut. So I've got my machine set at 100% power, but we're not using 100% power in Lightburn. So hang on. No, okay. I was going to move the camera, but the camera won't show through the top of this anyways. So I'm going to say start. And I'll make sure that it's running. I'll look quickly. It is starting to engrave. So we'll let that go and see what we get. I have my back to it. I am not going to look at it. Jerry did mention the glasses, which I do have a bunch over here, but I'm just not going to be looking at any peaking areas. The glass they have on top of this, or the acrylic sheet they have, is very dark, so it blocks a lot of the laser light.
And depending on whether it's a CO2 or a diode, there's different glasses. They do make universal on Amazon. They got, I forget what the proper rating is, but it says right on top of the lens.
Right. Yeah, that was one of the questions I had. Are they different safety glasses for the diode and CO2?
They are, but they do make one that's universal that covers all the wavelengths.
Yeah, which I think is the brown ones I got. I had bought it there, reheated. I think these were the universal ones because the ones I got with my diode were green.
Which mic are you using? Got a comment in chat about your mic. It kind of feels like you're distant on your microphone.
Oh, I wonder if it's because the laser just started going and I'm getting.
Yeah, I don't think it's the one on your chest because you sound kind of distant.
1, 2. I think this is the one I'm using. Is this the one I'm using?
Doesn't sound like it.
Oh. Well, let's go in settings here.
Maybe you have the same problem I did. I had the wrong source picked.
Oh, no. There we go. Is that any better?
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, EvMux switched my audio source.
Now take the one on your chest and talk into it.
Oh, okay. Sound better now? Really good?
Yeah.
Awesome. There we go, much better. Good, okay, helps if I'm using the actual mic that I have plugged into me. But anyways, I believe these ones that I got, they're a brownish type lens, and I think these are the universal. These cover quite a wavelength. And I had picked these up a long time ago, but they're kind of dusty and they're kind of cool looking too, look at that. But I can't even open this lid. If I open the lid, it'll stop the burn. So, and
My
if I
wife
try to...
uses eyeglass cleaner, the little wipes, like wet wipes to clean glasses. You're not going to like this, but I use my tongue in my t-shirt. That's how I clean my glasses.
I don't I used to, but I know that for my expensive prescription glasses, it will scratch them. So, yes, Greenbeard, these Rode mics are awesome. I had a panic just before the stream started. This mic was not being picked up on the receiver for some reason, so I just had to do a quick reset and repair them, and it worked pretty quick. So, but this is an awesome mic. Yes, this is what you should be using on your glasses, Jerry. An actual lens cloth.
Yep.
But no, I used to right, and it's more handy.
Yeah, my wife's in chat. Betty Boot 40 probably. She goes, "That's just gross." Well,
It is, isn't it?
Sometimes she'll want to borrow my reading glasses. She can't see it. Well, here, give them to me, and I either use my breath and heat that, get moisture on, or I use my tongue and my wife.
Yeah. Well, the breath is okay. The licking them, I can see being a bit gross. But hey, you're married, and all that stuff. Okay. So I did when I was on yesterday with Russ, did I throw them out or did I keep them? I did a couple test burns yesterday. I was having trouble cutting, and that's why I readjusted my focus, but this one was on the CO2. This is an image that Russ had created through the AI.
Oh, nice.
So that was done in the CO2. Turned out, forget the edges because I had issues with the cutting, but the burning, the engraving turned out really nice on that. It's actually darker looking in person. And then I did the same thing and cut it out on my S1. And other than the wood grain that you can see through there, I should have made it horizontal. That turned out really nice. And that cut out very nice on my S1. So,
Looks great.
yeah, really nice.
Yeah, Russ does some amazing work. He's very talented.
Oh, he does some really nice stuff on those lasers of his, I tell you. Okay, we are making progress on this. It says it's going to be another 3 minutes. Total of 7 minutes. So, and then I'm gonna go grab some other wood. I'm gonna move my camera. I got wires right here. If I walk through, I knock my camera over. So I'm gonna grab some acrylic and some wood. Now, unfortunately, I'm gonna get red. I'm gonna use red acrylic, and I'm gonna grab. I got all sorts of really cool different woods here. I got a nice wood shipment, and I'm gonna grab some of this wood that I picked up from Bamboo. And this is called 3mm, I don't know how you say it, but it's spelled S-A-P-E-L-E, Sapel plywood.
Russ is in the chat. He says his ears are burning. You heard us mention his name.
Oh, you heard us talking, did you, Russ? And then I've got some red. Now, unfortunately, I have on order, I have 3mm and 4.5mm clear acrylic, which was supposed to be here by now, because that's one of the features of the CO2 lasers, you can cut clear acrylic. It didn't show up. I can't control the couriers, so, but I do have some red acrylic we can try. The red acrylic came from Bamboo Lab, and I also got this wood. It's called 3mm Sapel plywood from Bamboo Lab. It's got a beautiful finish to it, if you can see it through the bag there. So we'll do a couple jobs on these as well, and see how that goes. I have already tried cutting acrylic on that thing, and it's pretty decent. It is pretty decent. I do have one issue going on, but we'll talk about that when I do cut stuff. So be careful grabbing your wood. It's a family show.
Don't read all your comments, dude.
Don't read all my comments.
Yeah, sometimes you shouldn't read things out loud that are in chat.
Sepilia is a form of mahogany, one wood nerd to another. I'm not quite the wood nerd you are yet, but I'm getting there.
I had a person on my live stream yesterday. Anybody that watched it, I apologize. He was a new person, never been on before, and he kept dropping F-bombs left and right. And I had to boot him off the channel because then the words got a little bit worse, and I can't have that. Once in a blue moon if you slip, but that's it.
One of the other checkpoints you have to do when you're going to do stuff like this is make sure you turn on your exhaust. I just opened this and there was like billowing. So the fan is on. I'm going to let it air out a little bit here. Sorry upstairs if you smell smoke. We're not burning.
I thought we just talked about that, to turn it on and turn on your chiller. What happened?
There's so many things to turn on.
Get a Post-it and put it on the front of it.
What I need to put I need to put things on smart plugs, and I can say to my phone, "Hey Siri, CO2 engraver on." Boom, okay. Everything goes on. Okay.
Right.
Well, it stopped. It stopped mid-engrave for some reason.
Because you opened the door?
Let's just see what the console says in Lightburn. Alarm 1, hard limit triggered, machine position is likely due to sudden and immediate halt. Rehoming is highly recommended. Huh, I had this issue yesterday as well.
Did you open the door when it happened yesterday?
Did I what?
Did you open the door when it happened yesterday?
No.
Is my volume low?
The machine, no, it's loud in here.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Well,
yeah,
I've got the fan going, I got I got a lot of things, and it makes a lot of noise in here.
Yeah, your mic is canceling out most of it, but yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so it's basically telling me here that alarm 1 hard limit triggered, machine position is likely lost due to sudden and immediate halt. Rehoming is highly recommended. We had that issue practicing doing some stuff with it yesterday, but I'm trying to grab this. There we go. Let me just see. Let me show you what did go through though. So we did get not much, and it's not very dark. Whoops. So the engraving was working. Oh, wrong camera. Tim. So we did get an engraving. It started to work, but then it stopped at that point for some reason, and that's something I'm doing wrong in Lightburn, I'm sure. So the engraving looked decent. It's not bad. But I want to find out what I did wrong, and I actually want to try and do this. So I'll do this over a little bit further, and we'll try and cut it out as well. But it does smell good, I'll tell you that. So we're going to see what's going on.
Like Russ says, hard limit means it triggered one of your limit switches. Try repositioning your image lower. You might
Yeah,
be too high. It might be your limit on their
it's
height.
nowhere near a limit switch though, because it's right in the middle of the bed, which is really weird. But anyways, I will reposition it. I'm going to reposition the artwork.
Manually, okay, go back to your other camera for a minute.
Whoops.
Okay, is that about where it engraved at and about where the wood is sitting right there?
Yeah.
Push your gantry up manually and see how much higher it goes. Oh,
There.
okay. It shouldn't have happened then.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
you got
over, it'll go right
Yeah,
over to
you got a lot more room. I don't know why that
Yeah.
happened.
Okay, let's just try it again. I'm going to move this over. We're going to home the machine. Oh, see, now it's actually disconnected from it. It's a communication error, obviously. Let's just see what's going on. Windows recognizes it. Let's go ahead and reconnect the device.
I know my Raleigh a few years ago, I had it stop. I accidentally opened the cover and I tripped the safety switch and the diode shut down. The gantry kept moving, but it wasn't engraving, so I had opened the lid.
We didn't switch to COM 3. No, COM 3 is my S1. COM 8 should be working. Yeah, it disconnected from the laser for some reason. Now it's not connecting.
Turn the laser off, turn it back on, restart the
Yeah,
program.
that's what I got to do. Let's see what goes on here. This isn't a dot matrix. Well, this is just a preview right here. Nope, still not recognizing the machine. Let me restart Lightburn. We save the project. Okay, and we'll restart Lightburn up here. See if it discovers a laser now. COM 8. No. Huh. Okie doke. We have a Houston. We have a problem. Okay, I am going to check device manager, see if it's showing in your COM ports. Oh, good idea. Let's do that. So that's why I like all the suggestions here. We'll go to device manager. And unknown right there. I had this error yesterday. I had to get rid of it. I'm going to uninstall device.
Questionable choice is this K40, this type of laser, is sold by many, many different companies. Lomtech, a lot of companies sell it, and they just slap their name on it. It's been around for a very long time.
Let me reboot this again. There's something going on with my COM ports. I guarantee that. Huh. Let's check it again. Okay, there's no errors now. So we're going to restart this again. To research for my connected devices. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, okay. I just heard a bling.
Yeah, we heard it. First sign something's wrong if you plug something in USB and you don't hear no noise.
Yeah,
Right.
well, exactly. Let's try launching Lightburn again. Let's just see if it finds a laser.
I had a DisplayPort cord go out on my third monitor the other day. I don't know how it did. Real heavy duty cord, but once I replaced it, it fixed the problem.
I'm going to go and just try another USB port. Okay, let's see what I can figure out here. We are plugged in right there. This other one here.
The pin post above, guys, and down below in the description, if you'd like to get in on a drawing for a possible roll of Polymaker Filament, it's free to do so. It's basically good for a $35 gift card for Polymaker, whether you want to put it towards a larger order, buy one of their filament dryers. Excellent deal. They ship worldwide.
Okay, come on, come on. And try that.
Please like, subscribe, and share. And super chats are always welcome to help Tim out buy supplies.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Now it says laser is ready.
Greenbeard, I'm not sure. Some companies might put a different board in them, but the K40 I used to have from Momtech, they look exactly the same, but I'm not sure if they all have the same board. I had to go to a company down in Australia and put a different board on mine that was Gerber compatible so Lightburn would see it when I had mine a few years ago. But when Kim got his, it was Lightburn compatible. So they
Yeah,
probably
it's Lightburn, yes.
they switched out the original board that it came with.
It switched comms, but it's still not connecting. Let's try device manager again.
These lasers were originally made for making stamps of some sort, some type of stamps in China.
Yeah, I keep getting this one error, unknown USB device configuration. So if I were to, maybe it needs an updated driver.
Icon said, are you using a USB extension cable or the one
No,
directly going to your...
it's one full length USB.
Can you switch out the cord if you have another one?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try next. It was working. It was working. Like, what's going on? Okay, let's go ahead and steal the cord from my XTool again. Let's see if that works. Okay, it recognized it. Okay. Let's just see.
I made homemade peanut butter cookies earlier. They're really good.
says ready. It is not communicating with it. Okay, we'll try one more thing here. I still have that COM port error. Right here. Let's uninstall the device. Okay. Let's relaunch this.
Hello, Mark Flanagan.
Hey, Mark.
The ranch kid said it was working until he turned on the exhaust fan. I don't remember.
Yeah, but that shouldn't have anything to do with it. Zox fan is just electric, like electricity. That's all. It doesn't connect to the computer at all.
Yeah.
Okay. One more thing I'm going to try. This is just talk about a way to ruin a stream, you silly computer. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, Kilroy,
How-
I use
Huh?
USB. It's 25 foot long, but it goes through a powered USB to boost the signal.
Yeah, this one I can't move around anymore. We're going to try one more. Going to try one more thing here. I'm going to plug. I have a powered USB port here too, and this should be working. So I'm going to try one more thing behind the camera here. And we're going to plug this into here.
Yeah, make sure your USB isn't wrapped around a power cord or something on the way to your PC.
Yeah, no, it's all clean. Okay. COM9, waiting for connection. So nothing is connecting to the... Okay, for now I'm just gonna... So I can think, I'm just gonna turn a couple of these devices off that are really loud so that I can actually think. I had both of these lasers working properly earlier today. Okay. Let's close Lightburn. We have no errors in our USB devices.
No, Andrew, this is all about Tim and his channel, and I have my channel. I'm just here to help him read chat if need be.
Tim and Jerry show. Man, the world would never be the same. Okay, I've quieted things down in here. I'm gonna go do one more thing here. Oh man, this is frustrating. It's, well, I mean, it's like live streaming. You know, crap happens when everything's live. So it recognizes when I plug in a USB device. There we go. We heard the ba-bing. So it is recognizing my device. Let's get rid of that camera. And I've unplugged everything I could possibly unplug.
Does that K40 have two USB ports side by side on it?
No, just the one USB-C. Okay, so let's try, because that other cable, it's a brand new cable too, so we're going to plug that one into here. Okay. And I'm going to come back around. And we're going to try unplug you and plug you in and see if you give me the bing bing. Okay, I got a bing bing. We're going to power you on. We got no USB errors happening here. Let's search for another new device. No errors. Again, I don't know a whole lot about Windows. close the software first, as they can lock drivers. So close Lightburn when plugging. Yes, Lightburn is closed right now. So we're going to launch Lightburn again now. And it, oh, there we go. Now it's homed. It worked.
Oh, when I set up new lasers, normally I got to do it manually because I know you were trying to set it up automatic, and I wasn't finding them. My Lightburn rarely sees my lasers. I got to do them manually and name them.
Oh, okay.
And then when I first turn on Lightburn, where your mouse is, I go to the bottom right where it says device, COM port, and machine. I click a different machine right there.
Okay, yeah, this worked. So something worked.
You just had a Windows error pop up and said device not recognized right as you closed it.
Did it?
Bottom right corner.
Right there. Right there. But yet it just hooked up to the laser. So
Okay.
if let me just draw a little box really quick, and then if I go back and I say frame, it's now working.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So when it's working, go for it.
Yeah, I'm going to let it go right now. Current maxed out, possibly. This is plugged in through a USB hub right now. Okay, we'll just leave this as it is for now. Let's get rid of this. And I'm going to bring in that image. And we will move this. And then I will frame it and see where we're going to frame here. I'll just move it up a little bit and over a little bit.
Is your exhaust turned on? Is your chiller running?
Not yet. Not yet.
Be sure, be sure the lid is shut.
I'm going to make a couple changes here. I'm going to increase to 40% power to get a little darker engraved. And I'm actually going to add a cut line to this while we're here. So I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to...
You can preview what it might look like straight up top.
Yeah. This guy right here.
Yeah.
So let's go OK. Let's select this. I think it was under Tools or Edit. File, or was it right mouse click? My outline command. Whoops. The outline command. I think it was under Tools.
Do you want to set up a camera to look down side of it and film it so everybody can watch it?
Oh, as it burns?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that and see if it'll show through the glass for sure.
Yeah, it should work fine. Just be careful your son don't run downstairs and run into the cable.
Yeah. So we're going to make the engrave. I'll make that red. And I'm going to make the outline black. So the red is fill. And we're doing that at 40%. And we're doing that at 300. And then we're going to do a line on this one, and I believe I was at 85%, 8 millimeters a second for cutting, I believe is what I did last time. And I'm going to say 2 passes just in case. Okay. Oh, we got some cuts where I don't want them, so I'm just going to quickly select all this, ungroup it. And I'm going to remove the cuts, the inside cuts here I don't want. And I don't mind the one in between the moose and the goose. That's fine.
And if you haven't done so, please smash the like button, subscribe, share out on the internet. Help the channel grow.
Fan on. Chiller on.
Exhaust on.
Exhaust is on. I just turned it on.
Lid closed.
I will close the lid.
Camera set up looking down inside of it and show everyone.
We're going to see how this looks. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can see inside this. Here we go. Look at that. Right there.
There you go.
That's not bad. Okay, and we're gonna say start. Oh, that scared me. Just as I clicked the start button, those glasses tingled. Here we go. See if I can focus that a little better.
Hello, Da Vinci. Yep, burn away. No doggies. You're like, Dad, I want a piece of cookie. There you go.
Burning. Burn, baby, burn. I have got to figure out this USB issue, though. Yeah.
When I was burning out my marble run yesterday, I took a piece of it in to show my wife what it was looking like, and she's like, "Wow, that smells good." And she's holding it under her nose and breathing it.
I love the smell of the burnt wood. "43 people. Remember, go ahead and check at the top of the chat and in the description the link to the Polymaker giveaway. Make sure you enter. We're going to be doing the draw in about 40 minutes. In about 40 minutes. And the other thing to remember, which I'm learning as I go, is that every different kind of wood is going to give you every different kind of result. So the same settings I use on this wood may be a totally different looking on a piece of, for instance, this CPO plywood that I have, the Sapel. So hence why we do a test grid on everything.
And sometimes you might need to turn your material based on the grain of the wood and what you're engraving. It might
Yes.
look better turned this way or turned that way.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, there we go. That's what Greenbeard just said, basically what I said on that, yeah.
Yeah. Tuxedo, you're right. 43 watching, 21 likes. There is something wrong with the math here, guys. Although there's only 39 watching according to the stream now. So
it's free to like and subscribe and share.
Yeah. Some people get bored by certain streams, and that's okay. Let's see if I can make it brighter in there. No, that just reflects off of it.
No, we can see it. It's fine. Take the light away. We can see it.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
I can see it.
Okay, here we go.
There's kind of a shadow in there, but you can still see it working.
Yeah, what happens is as the Y gantry moves, or the X gantry moves back and forth, it blocks the light that's in the back. Actually, it needs another LED strip in the front is what it needs.
Take a C270 or a magnetic camera, put a magnet on it, put it right inside the door, close the lid. That way you can be inside at all times filming.
That's a good idea.
I do that with mine sometimes.
Nick says we need more cowbell on the screen. More cowbell, of course. That seems to be focusing on the lid. Yeah, I've got, I should be able to find a little camera I can put in there. Oh, it was yellow glasses that came with the CO2.
Andrew Humphrey says, outside of 3D printing, what do I do? I'm a retired construction worker here in Las Vegas. I've been retired for 12 years now. I'm a DIY person. I don't hire anybody for anything. I do everything. I used to own land in Prump. I built a huge 2-story garage. And other than that, I don't do much. I just now I just play with 3D printers, lasers, resin printers, CNCs, and that's about it. Take care of my property. I'm married and got 2 dogs.
I'm married with 2 dogs. I think that's funny. Mostly people say I'm married with 2 kids. Married with 2 dogs.
Yeah, well, I got a son. Yeah,
Two
he's
dog married.
36, I think. My wife will correct me in chat and tell me how old my son is. I don't remember. He was born in '88. No barking.
Yeah, I just switched cameras because it's really dark. You can't really see much
No.
there, but this way you can at least see me dancing.
Oh yeah, trains. I got a dim scale trains recently. Thanks, Betty Boop.
There's another piece of wood I can test. I got this really cool material. I'm going to try on there too. It's a black. You laser away the black to reveal white lettering, and then the back is white. But this will not cut very easy on the S1 on the diode laser because the diode laser does not like the white. So
No, no.
that's what I said. Oh, oh, doggy cam.
Yeah, I had them both pop up on a leg so that people could see them. At the end of my videos, every time I do a video on YouTube, I usually have my dogs a picture of them on the couch where they're staring at me. When I took that picture years ago, I held a bone by the camera. Oh, Big Bad Joe, check this out.
Awesome super chat.
Oh, thank you, Big Bad Joe. It's a super chat! Yay! Thank you so much, Big Bad Joe.
Cool, thank you guys. That helps out
For
Tim
dance
immensely.
lessons. Oh, well, hey, if you're going to do that for dance lessons, well,
Staying alive, staying alive.
between 3D printers and a CNC mill and lasers,
No,
there's almost nothing one can't do.
No. no.
Okay, how are we doing here? It looks like we're near the top of the engrave. So we're going to be doing a cut any minute, any second.
Yeah, I can't see nothing now. It's just too dark.
No, it's totally, the gantries totally block the light. I'm going to try and figure out how to put another LED in there.
We got the red eye from Kit or a Cylon going back and forth.
Now, I have seen some people reviewing this machine and they have either it didn't have the safety on the lid or they overrode it and they filmed it with the lid open. I don't want to do that. So I will show the final results, which is really all that matters.
Yeah. I'll bet you next week Tim will have a camera on a magnet right inside the door. Then he can just keep the lid shut and he'll be filming it.
There's the cutting happening. We'll see if it works in 1 or 2 passes. Let's see. Aha, 2 passes and it dropped out. Okay. Now, I don't know much about CO2 lasers, but from what I understand, they're stronger than your diode laser, and I should be able to cut this wood in 1 pass.
On the back of that, when you take it out, take a Sharpie or a pen and write down your settings, power and
Yes.
speed. That way, for future reference, if you pick it up, you can remember what you did.
Absolutely. And here goes our second pass on the cut. And the other thing that's really hindering the cutting on this one, and I will admit, is I do believe it needs a more powerful air assist, especially when it's cutting. Because more powerful air assist will definitely help that cut proceed faster or more efficient.
Hello, Clown Hammer. How you doing today?
There we go. Okay, did it cut through? It did. It cut. So let's go ahead and bring it up to the close-up camera. So for now, go ahead and switch this out. Oh, you caught me sniffing my wood. It's good. Okay, so the cut was okay. Maybe somebody in chat can answer this for me. So here's the engrave and the cut. This camera here. It's hard to pick it up with it. It's darker than it looks in the camera. Trust me, it's hard to pick it up. But if I hold it just the right angle, you can see the darkness of the engrave. And again, it's really hard. Hang on a second here. Maybe if I do this. That's a little better. Okay, so we got a decent engrave there. Again, keep in mind this is just cheap basswood. This isn't anything special. Now, if you look, and this is where the air assist I said needs to be a little stronger. So, if you look at the front where it cut through, you can see all the scorching along the cutting lines. Okay, now if we have more air, that's going to eliminate a lot of that scorching, because really the front should look just as clean as the back there on the cut. So, yeah. Can I see it at an angle? Yes, you can see it at an angle.
You'll have to experiment with line width, your different settings,
Yep, yep.
whether it be grayscale or stinky
Now,
or different things.
Can somebody tell me, look along this edge right there. Okay, look along that edge. It's pretty straight. Look along this edge. Where's a good angle? Can you see that there is a slight angle on that edge?
The front looks like it's downhill. It's higher on the back than on the front.
Yeah.
Just barely, but I don't know how to explain why that would be happening.
I don't know why that's happening either. I did search it up a little bit, and there's a couple things that it said could be the issue with that. One of them, they said mirror alignment. My mirrors are aligned. It is a touch bevel clown hammer, yes. My mirrors are aligned. The other thing is it's possible that my laser head itself is off a little bit, I suppose.
But three of them look perfect, right? Eyeballing it, and one looks
the one side, two sides are perfect, and third side is slightly beveled, but the one side is beveled worse than the others. Well, the focus, I did a focus, but if the focus wasn't perfect, how does that explain just one side being off by a fair bit? The only other thing I see, but then again, if my laser itself is off focus, either way, you'd think every side was going to be off focus. So, yeah. If the back of the wood was ever so slightly damp, that would stop the overburn on the back. On the back, the reason it's not getting any overburn on the back is because there's a gap which allows airflow underneath. Sometimes you'll get a burning on the back like you'll see on this piece. This piece was done on my S1 laser. You can see I have some flashback in the corner there.
Oh, read Clownhammer's comment. He said, are the two sides that are straight going with the grain? Meaning the two that are an angle might be going against the grain, which would deflect it, maybe.
Oh,
okay,
I see.
That makes sense. Just have to see which ones are cockeyed and which aren't.
Okay, the one side that is really badly angled, and I'm going to say badly, it's not overly bad, is going against the grain. The other sides, the other one that is slightly, very slightly angled, is going with the grain. It is happening as the wood falls and still hanging on the opposite side for the cut. Oh, I wonder, then true, if the wood is falling like this as it's cutting,
true,
and then all of a sudden it goes on an angle, that makes sense too, because if the one side is already cut out, the wood will start to sag.
Yeah. I bet you that's what it is. That makes sense.
Hence on this one, which was cut on the S1 laying flat on the honeycomb, the wood's not going to sag because there is a support base under there.
If you do another one, do it a lot smaller and put something under it so it can't drop out.
That's interesting. Yes, I don't have a honeycomb for this, unfortunately, but let's try another one. Let's try cutting this bamboo basswood.
You could put your plate back in. and just cut on
Yeah,
top of that.
actually, before we do that, I want to try different material. So we know we got the engraving. The engraving is not bad, and the cut again is just that
Yeah.
little bit of an angle in the cut. So we know the engraving is working good. We just got to dial in some of the settings. The cutting is working good with 2 passes for this particular wood. I'm going to try a piece of acrylic.
Yes,
Here,
you did, Mark. Everybody helped. Thank you.
so I have a piece of acrylic. This is bamboo acrylic. It's red. I don't have any clear rate yet. That's what I said, what Mark said. I missed your comment, Mark. So I'm going to put this in. We're going to cut something out of this acrylic. Let's go ahead and design something up.
How about a
I'm going
D
to
with
just,
3D logo?
yes,
All letters.
that would work. So I'm going to pop this in. Here, let me switch the camera. We're going to pop this in. I'm going to bring my head over. I'm going to check my focus. Where did I put my focus gauge? I got to print a whole bunch of them because you know what? I'm going to lose them. And we are perfectly right there. It might be a little tiny bit low, but I think I'm going to live with that. Okay. So we're going to cut out in around the area we're in. Let's go ahead and whip up something really quick to cut out of acrylic. I don't know if I want to get as detailed as a DeWitt 3D logo, but let's just see what I can come up with. Moral of the story is laser focus is relative to the perpendicularity of the cutting surface. You can say that again. Actually, let's just cut this shape out. Let's stick with our Canadian theme here. So now I'm going to just see. Let's resort to ChatGPT again.
You could all do it all in line mode. It'll be real quick.
Hmm?
You could do it all in line mode, take off the fill, and it'd be real quick.
Oh, that's a good idea too. Oh, come on. Why don't... There we go. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT. Best setting for line engraving, acrylic.
Big Bad Joe, what's not American? I didn't hear what was said.
How un-American.
I don't
Okay.
know. He might have met your logo. We love Americans. We love Canadians.
My logo is Canadian, and it's a darn proud Canadian logo. Okay, so line engraving, they're suggesting 20 to 30%. We'll go 30%, and we'll go 200 millimeters a second. And then for cutting, they had recommended, is my cutting one still up here? Nope. How about for cutting? Okay, we'll go 90%, and we'll go 8 millimeters a second. Let's see how that works. Let's see how those settings work for me. So we'll select the inside, we'll change that from fill to line. We'll change that from 300 to 30% at 200 millimeters per second. There we go, 200. Oh, I mixed them up, 200 and 30. Constant power mode, 1 pass for that. Then we'll take our cut line and we will make that.
Rich, the LA hobby guy, has a wonderful site for all kinds of speeds and feeds for different types of machines.
Yes, he does.
I forget the name of it. I haven't been there in a while, but
Okay. So now we're going to go back over to the machine. Let's go ahead and home and frame.
chiller on, air assist on.
Air assist. Turn my vent on. There we go. That's on. Chiller is on. Air assist is always on this machine.
Try to put your cut in a corner so you don't waste your material putting it out in the middle.
Well, that's the problem right here is that I want to cut through the opening, which is right over here. Yeah.
Your blast gate, you got the correct one open?
Yes, my blast gate is correct. Okay, so we're going to move this whole thing over a little bit more. And we'll frame now. Oh, just a hair more over. And one more frame and we should be good. There we go. Okay. We are ready to roll and rock. Camera on. This one. Switcheroo. And we will start.
Hello, Tyler. Yeah, Andy, he can make a pre-checklist in Lightburn. He just has to add it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Again, I very rarely or if ever used Lightburn prior to getting this CO2 because I've been using XTool Creative Space software for my S1. But I'm just dying for my clear acrylic to come in so I can play with it.
Rich,
But
the
for
LA,
now,
Rich, the LA hobby guy, Hobo with Wood, Light Source Engraving, Jeremy, I forget his channel name, but anyway, there's many, many people that do Lightburn videos weekly, constantly, where you can learn from.
so yes, it did take 2 passes to knock that acrylic through, which is fine. It must take a lot of patience for this to finish. Well, when you're in this hobby and you're in the hobby of 3D printing, in the hobby of laser, you develop patience. You don't, you, Jerry? You have to.
I've had people for years ask me on models, how long did it take to print that? How long did that take? I don't care. I'm retired. It doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
takes as long as it takes.
I've done models that take up to 72 hours.
Yeah, or all week
You
long.
have to, yeah, you have to have patience and thick skin because it is nerve-wracking sometimes.
Yeah. Did that Amazon job ever come through?
No, not yet. No, I don't
Okay.
know if it will come to fruition or not. Okay, we're on our second cut, and then we will have a look. Watching
Yeah.
paint dryers are, oh, there we go. It fell through, I heard it. So we're gonna open the lid. You can see that it did fall through nice and clean. Let's pull this up. And let's grab the piece of acrylic. Fell down here. I did not take the back paper off. And then the front, we just got to clean that up a little bit. It's got a little smoky, but it did do the line engrave, as you'll see. But let's just clean it up here a bit. Let's switch back to this.
Also, whenever you cut any wood out, if you see a lot of things flaring up and sparks like a campfire falling here and there and everywhere, when you take out the material, have a damp cloth near you where you can take the material you're done with and dampen it off to make sure nothing gets too hot and flares up.
Yeah. Okay, so the engrave looks good. I didn't quite get that clean perfectly, but here. This
Hello,
one.
Rob. How you doing?
So you'll be able to see the engrave if I hold it at a certain angle. Or the line. Come on. There you go. You can see the line, the line's right there.
Yep.
They turned out pretty decent. There we go. And then the cut itself. Nice smooth edges along there. Okay. And then I left the paper on the back because sometimes what I will be doing with some of these things, what I'll do in other cases is I'll peel this paper off prior to lasering it. Let's just see. The stuff that comes on it is sometimes hard to get off. There we go. So this will come off relatively easy now. If I pull the paper off.
Did that acrylic sag any when it was cutting out? Where the last slide might have been cut at an angle, possibly. I think
I'll have a
acrylic
look.
would be too
Looks
rigid.
good. And let's see, at the sides, no angle, a tiny angle on the one side.
Yeah,
Not as much as the wood. Not as much as the wood.
Yeah.
there's a tiny angle on, I don't know if it's hard to see, but very, very, very slight right there.
And I don't know if that was the last side it cut, but it probably was.
Yeah, it was. That was the last side to cut.
Okay.
And so I've got this other material that I'm going to actually start using when I start building some multi-layer vinyl or acrylic jobs. This, I will take the actual backing off the acrylic and replace it with this 3M 300 LSE adhesive. And then it'll just burn through the adhesive so that when you want to do a layer, you want to layer a project, you just peel it off, you've got your adhesive, and you can boom right on, right? They do recommend taking the top layer off of the acrylic, but I also have seen other videos where people are using like a masking tape. This is like a pre-mask tape for vinyl. They'll take the protective cover off the acrylic itself, put the pre-mask on it, put the 3M adhesive on the back, and then they'll cut their design, and that prevents any burning or flaring that may happen while you're doing the cut. So I'm going to be experimenting with a lot of that. But this piece turned out really nice. I should have put a hole in the corner here to have a little keychain, a little goose and moose keychain.
Well, you can always add that whenever you want. Just throw it back in there and burn a hole in it.
I can, yes. But hear me trying to clean this out. I don't have any water down here right now, so there we go. So that's the 3mm red acrylic, worked out quite well. Again, hard to see there. You can kind of see the line engraved there.
Mr. Moose.
Yeah. Alcohol will make the acrylic break. Alcohol will weaken it, yes, it dries it out. Okay, so next I want to try this other material I was showing you. This stuff here.
Says what's the max thickness you can cut? I'm going to guess and say 1/4 inch.
What is the max thickness you can cut?
Maybe 1/4.
Maybe 1/4. I have some clear acrylic coming in. Let me just do the math on this because I'm not really good at math at the top of my head. I have clear acrylic coming in 3mm and 4.5mm. So
Thunder
3mm.
Thunder Laser was at a show here in Vegas a few months ago. They had a big giant CO2 and they had some what looked like 2-inch clear acrylic, these big giant ice cubes they cut out of the clear. Huge, like 2 inches thick.
So 3mm acrylic is approximately, that's a dumb ruler. Where's my normal ruler? Here it is right here. So your 3mm is approximately 1/8 of an inch, as we all know. Now the 4.5mm I got coming in is about just over 3/16 of an inch, so it's borderlining on a 1/4 inch. Once I was supposed to have that acrylic by now for tonight so I could cut clear acrylic and engrave some clear acrylic. But fear not. We're gonna change it up a little bit here. I'm just doing this on the fly as I go. I do have something over here. Hang on. I don't know if this is cast acrylic though, but
Always remember, you got the dollar store, you've got Goodwill. There's so many places you can pick up items to engrave, cut, repurpose.
yes. Now, is this? That's not what I want. Where is it? Where's the ones I want? There they are. Oh, okay, I got these things. You guys have seen these before. These little things where you engrave your acrylic and then you turn your light on.
Yeah.
Hey. How do I turn it off? Well, I guess I hold it.
I got one right here. Turn it on.
I have some clear acrylic sheets here. Let's try one. Is this clear or frosted? I think this is clear acrylic. We'll try it.
That one's already been cut out, so it'll drop in your base. If you had a sheet of it, you can custom make your shape and then drop it in. You just add the little part in the bottom and drop it in. I've done these.
This one's already been cut out square.
Yeah, my batteries are dead in mine. It says Altian.
So let's go ahead and design something really quick. Actually, I'll do my DeWitt logo on this.
They're great. Here it goes. They're great for birthday, Christmas present.
All right, let's see. Hang on, stay there for a sec. There we go. Oh yeah, those, and they're fun. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna make one of those right now, live. Let me get the size. This is 13 millimeters. Sorry, 13 centimeters, 130 by 130. So we're gonna go
Chad, what do you
ahead.
think about Tim having a guest on like me in the corner, helping him with chat and talking to him? Do you think it's a good idea? Would you rather
Yeah,
just see Tim all the time and not have anyone else up here in the corner? What's your opinion in chat?
yeah. That's a great question, Jerry. Chat. Listen to Jerry answer his question while we do some artwork here, real quick. We're gonna get rid of the moose and goose, the moose and the goose. That should be the name of my channel, the loose moose and goose. Okay, let's bring in my DeWitt logo, which I believe I have on my computer. Right here. There we go. There's my DeWitt logo, but I might want to invert that. Trace image. Okay, like so. Oh no, I don't know if I'm going to invert that. I think I'm going to leave it like that, and that's going to be a fill. Now, I'm going to, again, ChatGPT's been pretty reliable with its results. So I'm going to say
Tim,
ideal,
before you burn a good piece of material for that light, do it on a piece of scrap real small. Make sure it's going to work because since that's already cut out to fit the light box, if you screw it up, you know.
yeah, I've got extras for it, but
Okay.
I don't have any. But I don't have any scrap clear. That's the problem.
Okay.
But I'm a gung ho kind of guy.
Okay.
Let's just see what happens. I'm going to ask ChatGPT ideal engrave setting for clear acrylic on Monport K40 laser. Let's see what it tells me. Same as it was telling me before, 20 to 30%, 200 to 300 millimeters per second line engrave, or speed of 100 and 200 millimeters fill engrave. So that's what I want, is I want to fill engrave.
When you find something that works and you burn it, you can save that in Lightburn in the library on the bottom
Yes.
right. That way, the next time you go in, you might want to change the image, but it'll save your settings. You
Yeah,
can save it.
I got to get that all set up.
Material library down below.
Oh, right there. Yeah, it's empty. It's empty. But I know you can get, as you say, like from Rich, you can get some
Yeah,
material
or
libraries
him or
to import.
Patrick, possibly Jeremy. You can get a lot of settings.
Okay, I'm going to go 30%, and I'm going to go 200 millimeters a second. Fill, 30%, 200 millimeters a second, 30%, and we have 254 line sprints, which is fine. Now I just need to size this. I need to bring a square in here that's 4 by 4 inches.
Everybody likes the idea of you having a guest on here and there to help out or help with chat.
Questionable choices, your comment got disallowed. What was your comment?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it.
I do have filters on for certain words that have been said. Actually, 5 and an eighth. I'm going to go 5 by 5. 5 and an eighth by 5. No, let's do millimeters. 130 by 130 millimeters. So we have 130. Well, I got to take off the lock aspect ratio and make that 130. Like so. We'll zoom out a bit here.
Yeah, Mark, he can preview it before burning it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean it's always 100% accurate, but kind of gives him an idea.
Okay. So we'll enlarge. Oh, because I'm still on the square.
He can also watch other people's videos that have used the K40 and done things similar to this and kind of learn as you go, try to remember things.
And we'll select these. Now, something I learned yesterday, which is cool, if I want to select this way, I've got to actually encircle the whole object. This is very similar to Fusion 360. If I want to just touch them, I just select this way, and as long as I'm touching them both, everything gets selected. And we're just going to center them using the target. We'll move it down And then we're going to just go ahead and place our material on the laser, and we will find our position to laser it at.
Okay, you're using the one that's already square.
Uh, am I using the one that's the one
Okay,
what? Oh yeah,
didn't you
yeah.
have one? You got one from Amazon that already fits in the little holder, right?
It's already square. Yes.
Okay, so that square is what I'm seeing on the screen.
Yes.
Put that outline on a tool layer. That way it doesn't burn it. You don't want to burn that cutout.
Oh,
That's the,
that's a good point. That
yeah,
I
that's
want
the
to put on a
template.
separate layer,
Yes.
and I want to turn that off.
T1, T2, the far right on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That
I
way,
just put it on a layer and turned the layer off.
yeah. Or you can put on a tool layer and it won't burn it.
Oh, a tool layer. Okay, so T1.
Or
Oh, and
T2.
it won't burn.
That
Oh,
way,
I see. Okay,
that
but
won't
it'll still
burn.
frame.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's go over to the laser on the camera.
Then you can highlight it all and you can frame it and then burn it that way. But right now nothing's highlighted, so nothing's going to burn.
Oh, okay. Now I gotta build my forte up here.
Oh, there you go. That's what Russ just said, what I just mentioned. See, I remember stuff once in a while.
There you go. Thank you, you guys. See, you guys are the pros.
Yeah, thanks, Russ.
So let's take all my focusing stuff out.
Russ does his laser stuff daily. I haven't done mine in a long time, but I'm starting to get back into it because I'm a very forgetful person. I've
And
even
Russ,
had to read.
I thought Russ was working. You must work from home, or you have your phone at your job.
I've had to rewatch some of my videos to remember what I did in the video when I'm redoing things.
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay,
Or
so
somebody will ask me a
build up
question
little
about a
here.
video I did 3 years ago, and I got to go rewatch it to see what they're talking about.
Where's my focusing tool? There it is. I should keep it on a string by the machine. And we're still a bit low, so we'll go ahead and put one of these in. Perfect, right there. Okay, so
Russ says, shush, don't tell his boss.
okay, now I know acrylic scratch is extremely easy, so we're just going to be very careful. Peel off one side. Matter of fact, I'm just going to leave the other side that I'm going to lay against the wood on there because, oh, and the other thing we got to do,
Reverse it.
reverse the image.
Yeah, reverse the image because you're going to burn the back and then look at it from the front.
Reverse is right here, just like that. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now let's go ahead and put this on the laser. Okay. Now the only thing that I have difficulty with here and with Lightburn is using the on my XTool. It gives me an exact position with a red cross where my burning is going to start. On here, because I'm using absolute coordinates, I have sort of a little bit of a guessing game.
Can I show one thing real quick?
Yeah. Hang on, give me 1 sec. Here we go. Hang on 1 second, and there you go.
Here is a marble run that I printed out from, I think it's called freelaserfiles.com. It's a hand crank marble run. I've done this from RF CO2 gantry laser yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Al's done one over on Al's channel, and I've got all the parts ready to go. Just got to start gluing it all together. And I ordered like 500 marbles.
Is that a is that a free model?
Free file, yes.
Free file. Okay. If you, can you send me the link to that?
I'll post it in chat for everybody right here.
I would love to build one of those. Thank you for showing us that. Very cool. I'm going to go and I'm actually going to grab that while I can. Does it play music? You could put music on it, I'm sure.
Russ would.
Free laser files. Okay, yes. And that's the one where you can get different sections of that marble run too, right? Like you can add
Originally,
on to it?
I downloaded like 5 different pieces because they all connect together. But then after I burned all of it, cut it all out, it's like, oh no, I printed the wrong one out. I got the crank version. Because one can be motorized, one crank.
Okay, I'm just gonna get this positioned. Just give me 1 second here, be patient. Okay. Okay. Now we'll try one more. Oh, it's not framing the tool path for some reason. Huh.
Did you highlight the whole thing?
Yeah. Well, we're not framing the tool path. I'm just going to actually...
Show the screen again.
So the tool path up there says to frame it.
And you've got, I can't tell if it's moving, but you got it all, you got both layers
Yeah.
highlighted.
Okay, I'm just going to just cheat. I'm going to put it on a different layer and I'm going to tell it not to output. Well, I'm going to leave it on output for now. Then I'm going to frame it. Yeah, that worked. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, when I go ahead and frame it, hang on. Now you'll see when I frame it, it is framing the entire thing. And it looks pretty square too. So now I will go in, just because, and I'll just tell it not to output that one line. There we go. So that's all it's going to do. Now when I frame, yeah. Yeah, and now it's just framing the DeWitt 3D. Oh, I didn't show you that here. Now it's just framing where the actual logo is going to go. How long is this going to take? Let's just do a preview.
Times are never accurate, but they kind of give you an idea, sort of.
29 minutes, it says. Huh. Well, that'll be a good way to finish off the stream while we talk about things. Let's just go ahead and do it anyways. Actually, I'll make it a little smaller. Let's just make it a little smaller.
Why make it smaller and waste your job?
Just a hair smaller, so it's not taking up so much of the square. There we go. There we go. That'll work.
But now it's not centered.
Yeah, it's centered. I just recentered it.
Okay.
Frame now. There we go. That looks good, and we'll do a preview. And now it's only 25 minutes. We'll go okay.
I see you got
Okay.
56 people watching. Smash that like button, guys and gals.
Okay, chiller is on, vent fan is on. We're ready to roll. Let me get the camera. The camera's on there. Let's make sure.
Close your lid. You got the lid down.
Yeah, lid is closed. And we have the camera angle just pretty good right there. Let's just see what happens, and we're gonna say start. There we go. You're not gonna see much because it's going on clear acrylic.
Whenever possible, always do a small test on scrap.
Yes.
Make sure things work, and then maybe before you go bigger and ruin something.
Yeah. I don't have any scrap clear though. That's the key. Okay.
Well, you will
Well,
now. If you mess
huh?
this one up, you'll have a piece of scrap to work with for next time.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I've got some big pieces coming in too. Well, 8 by 12 pieces coming in. Okay. Why don't we do a draw? I'm going to give everybody, we'll just cut away from this while we do the draw, while this burns. Last chance, I'll give you about a minute. Pinned up at the top of chat here is the link to the Polymaker draw, so you can win some Polymaker filament. Polymaker product, you're going to get a gift card that's usable for anything on their site. And it's also down in the description. I'm going to see how many people have entered so far. And let's do a refresh. And we have 41 entries so far. 53 people watching, 41 entries, 90 seconds before I close the draw. 90 seconds. And I'm just going to guess. I'm not starting a timer or anything. Although it's 6:31 on the screen. At 6:33, I will close the draw and we will do a draw. When the bottom that goes in the light base, the bottom of the logo. Oh, I see what you're saying. You were explaining that to somebody.
Yeah, the light shines up through the acrylic.
Yeah.
And anything that's been cut or engraved, it'll highlight it.
You'll see that in a lot of retail stores where they have the acrylic sign and all the letters are lit up and it's lit up from the top. They're really cool looking signs. It is now 6:31, still 6:33. We're going to do the draw. So I'll be doing some more practicing with this, some more fun stuff. We're going to do more live streams on what we can do with it. I want to do another live stream when the clear acrylic comes in. I saw a really cool idea that on YouTube for a keychain, a personalized keychain with a kid or a person's name on it. I want to try. It looks really cool. So, checking if my messaging is working. Having strange issues lately.
Yep, Andy, we see it.
I see your message here.
You know, sometimes people type in chat if they've never done a live stream, they want recognition. Like, hey, I'm here. Hi, say hi to Canada or say hi to Europe or whoever, and that's no big deal. It's fine.
And that's why I'm glad Jerry's here, especially when I'm playing with this machine for the first time, is that I tend to, as everybody that watches me regularly, I tend to focus on something and chat sort of goes by the way, and sometimes something important gets said that I need to see. So I appreciate Jerry being here.
David Walton, the birdhouse, so far doing great. I know in the video I said like a week later I'll do a follow-up. I'm going to wait till the end of summer to do a follow-up, but the heat hasn't affected them yet. They've been doing really well in the heat.
Yeah, we went yesterday. I wasn't on your stream. I was going to come on, but we went and saw Superman yesterday.
How'd you like it?
It was good. I actually quite enjoyed it. So it was directed by James Gunn, who is a really different kind of director, and I really enjoyed the way he did that movie. It was so good. If this is the new norm, I will no longer watch.
Well, he's talking about me being up in the corner.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, it's not a new norm. It was because certain streams where safety is an issue, and certainly when you're learning a CO2 laser, safety is a big issue, right? And so I just needed Jerry here to monitor chat for me while I am doing something to make sure I'm not making a mistake that could actually hurt me or burn my house down. So
I think he was the only person in chat that didn't like having somebody else in the corner.
yeah.
That's fine. I do my own thing every Saturday. I have my own channel. I make my own videos.
Yeah. I mean, we can't please everybody, but you know, and it won't be every week. There may be other weeks I ask Jerry to come on and say, hey, I'm doing this. I'm going to need somebody to monitor chat, but it won't necessarily.
I'm a
be
mod
every
in
week.
chat, so when a bad comment comes in, if Andrew doesn't catch it, or one of the other mods, I might bump it too. So today I haven't been doing that, but I'm monitoring it.
I don't know if you remember. It's not the first time I've had somebody on screen with me. If you remember back in the day when I built my rat rig.
Tech support man, Jason.
Yes, I had Jason on every stream for my rat rig build. It was super helpful. That's where my T-shirt that says "Now do you want to know the easy way" came from.
He's still in Las Vegas. He retired from what he was doing, and I think he was on a few months ago on my stream for a minute.
I haven't seen him in a bit. Okay, we're going to close the draw. It's now a couple minutes past when I said the draw is closed. We're just going to go ahead and grab the. Oops, I don't want to edit the form. I want to go ahead and grab the winners' names. I say winners, but there's only going to be one winner, but the winner will be amongst the names that I put on the wheel. Okay, we're going to Download. Excel spreadsheet.
GTR Dad, that's a good comment. It's your stream. You don't have to apologize to anyone. No matter what you do, people will come and watch. So
Yes,
just
absolutely.
be you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm Canadian though. It's in my blood to apologize.
I was a
Sorry.
construction worker for over 20 years. Lots of yelling and screaming every day at work on the strip. I'm not a very apologetic person, but I can be. I mean, I don't. I mean, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. This is Tim's stream, so I won't give my opinion. I'm just here to help support him.
Kilroy says Superman was cheerful. It was, wasn't it? And then Fantastic Four. I'd be interested to see what you think about that. Okay, let's go to my download folder. After I close these multiple windows I have open. There is the giveaway for July 20th. And we're going to copy all the names. There we go. And we're going to right mouse click and say copy. We're going to minimize this. We're going to open the wheel of names. And which is right here. There we go. And we'll cut to the screen. Okay, there we go. There's the wheel. And here come the names. Thank you so much, Betty Boop. Command V. There are the names. I'm going to shuffle, 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 shuffle until somebody in chat, and this is going to make my fingers sore. I think Kilroy might be the only one. Somebody in chat that can tell me the name of Superman's dog in this recent movie. What is Superman's dog's name? No, Tuxedo, nice try. Superman's dog's name. Might be a couple people. Google's your friend too. No, nice try, Tuxedo. Oh, my finger's getting sore. Come on, somebody get the answer. Crypto. You guys all got it. We got a few cryptos there. Good job. We're going to spin the wheel. Good luck to everybody. Who is going to win today? I need some dramatic music playing while this goes. It looks like it's going to be... Oh, what a coincidence is that? Kilroy's Odessa Workshop.
Kilroy's Odessa, Al, congratulations.
Awesome.
Are you in chat?
I
Please
know
put
he's
me
in chat because he just answered my Superman question. Congratulations, Kilroy. He named the dog after his weakness. Well, theoretically, if you see the movie, you're going to understand that. Come on, Kilroy, say something. I know you're here, but you still got to say something. I know you're not shy. Da-da-da-da. Don't make me sing the song, because I will. That's what it's going to take to get you up here. Yeah, I know he's here. There's a song that ends in your name. Who knows the song that ends in the name I'm Kilroy? Kilroy.
Yeah, he's messaged me on Facebook about something different.
There he is. Woohoo!
There he is.
He says, woohoo, crypto. Okay, cool. Congratulations.
Al.
Oh, wrong. Oh, there we are. There I am. Congratulations. How much do you need to donate to stop your singing? Well, if I start singing that song,
Well, I don't know. Start donating, and we'll figure that out.
Sticks, you're right. The song is Mr. Roboto that ends in I am Kilroy. You're here, by the way. Yeah, we saw that. Congratulations, Kilroy. I will be reaching out to you tomorrow with your code and a link to claim your prize. Why do you not have to watch the movie to know kryptonite is his weakness? No, you don't, but you have to watch the movie to know Crypto is the name of his dog. Definitely need to watch the movie. I thought, oh, anyways, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but hey, my favorite character in the movie was his dog. Yes. So, we are, for anybody just joining us, and if you're just joining us, you're a bit late, but that's okay. We are currently burning on engraving an image on a piece of clear acrylic for one of these little light kind of boxes here. And then probably next weekend, I should have my clear acrylic and we'll do some engraving and cutting of some clear acrylic. Or be old enough to read the original comics. Oh, did he have a dog in the original comics? Very cool.
Yeah, I agree with that questionable choices. There's too many of them. It's like, oh no, not another Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
I
61 years old and I've seen many, many Superman movies, TV shows, and here we go.
yeah. I'm tired of Marvel movie remakes and stuff. Superman, I've got a soft spot for. I don't know if you knew this piece of trivia, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't think I'm wrong. The people who created the character Superman were Canadian.
Okay.
So Superman technically is Canadian.
I think Disney only has one actor because I forget Pedro. I think his name is the guy that played. Oh God, Star Wars. What's his name? The helmet on.
Darth
I
Vader.
got it. No, not Darth Vader. What guy?
Lando Calrissian.
Oh God, what show am I thinking of? They use the same actor for everything. He's been in so many of their shows. He's a
Oh.
star of Fantastic Four. He was
Oh.
the Mandalorian. He's been in so many of their movies. He's in that other Canadian movie with the little girl. I don't think, yeah, Pascal, that's it. And I'm thinking, why?
Pascal.
Why do they
There you
keep running
go.
the same guy? I love the actor, but I see him as being the Mandalorian, and then he's this, and then he's this, and he's this, and I'm having trouble following it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
talk about the Mandalorian all the time. I got tons of stuff, and then I can't think of the name. That's what happens, I guess, when you're 61. So anyway,
I didn't know that, Russ. They had their own comic books. It was called Super Pets. Didn't know that.
yeah, Pedro Pascal. Yeah,
Shortage of actors. This new Superman, though, the guy that plays him is really good. I think it
is
was
Pedro
good because
Pascal in it?
I
Sorry,
don't know.
but anyway.
Pedro Pascal. How are we doing here? Well, we're definitely engraving. We are definitely engraving. It's not really easy to see on the camera, though. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see it. I think there's going to be a little cleanup to be done when it's done. And it has 11 minutes left. We shall see how Fantastic Four is. Fantastic Four is cool, but I feel sorry for the guy with the brick head, whatever his name is. I don't know all the
Thing?
character names.
Ben Grimm, the Thing.
His name Thing, yeah.
Yeah, Ben Grimm. Unless they renamed him in the new movie, but he's always been called the Thing, Ben Grimm.
Okay, 11 minutes and counting, 10 minutes and counting. Let's see what happens. Yeah, this is when you have the exhaust running and you have the chiller running and you have the laser running, it is loud in here. That's why I may seem like I'm talking loud, but yes.
Mr. Marvelous was on Firefly too. Okay.
On Firefly. Oh, cool. Don't ask. Don't ask. That's just me.
Spider-Man was my favorite character when I was a little kid.
Spider-Man, we've explained how he got his powers. There has been.
Got bit by a radioactive spider. It's been in all the
Exactly. He got
every
bit by a
time they come
radioactive
out with a new
spider in the
movie, they
lab.
talk about it.
Crypto had his own cartoon show. I didn't know that, Mark.
Yeah, I missed when I was a little kid. Saturday morning, you wake up, watch all the different channels, the cartoons, all morning when you're little. My mom was always in the kitchen baking pies or cookies or something. She'd give me the cake bowl batter, which obviously has raw eggs in it, and I was always eating the batter out of the bowl, the leftover, while watching cartoons.
So, Andrew says Jerry Siegel wrote the original Superman series in 1938. He was Jewish American, but did he create the character? I always thought the people who created Superman were Canadian. Maybe I stand wrong. Hey, you know what? I have ChatGPT on my screen right here. Although ChatGPT can lie, I'm not going to defend it. Who created? Who?
Ask Alexa. Big Bad Joe says, scroll up. Let's see.
Okay, there we go. Jerry Siegel was the writer. Joel Schuster was the artist. Here, I'll show you this on screen.
Big Bad Joe
Jerry,
says Canadian American, but we read that
yeah,
earlier.
Jerry Siegel was born in Cleveland, Ohio. Joe Schuster was born in Toronto, Ontario, but moved to Cleveland as a child. So he's half Canadian from Joel Schuster. Okay, there we go. So we share. My U.S. friends and us Canadians, we share the honors for Superman.
When I think of Spider-Man from Japan, the first thing I think of is Ultraman. Not Spider-Man, but you know, Ultraman is always
Ultraman.
Ultraman is fun to watch.
Hey, we got 7 minutes left in the burn. Well, just from looking through the glass, I think this is going to look good. But I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong twice in my life. And my laser just quit.
What the hell?
Just stopped.
The Monport error, but that's crazy.
It's been going for how long? The device manager. There it is, right there. That same error. Oh well.
Write that down or screenshot it so you can remember it.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to do anything with the computer right now. I'm going to shut my vent off. No sense crying over spilled milk or failed laser prints. And we'll pull this off and see what happens. I'm going to shut my chiller down. And just FYI, the hottest my chiller water ever got was 21.5. Not bad, 21.5 Celsius. Okay, well.
Now you have some scrap acrylic.
Well, this might still work actually. Let's just have a look here. Let me pop this off. Oh, it is so peaceful when everything is off. So here's what it looks like.
Peel the back off.
But I got to clean it up first. So there's obviously some acrylic dust on it. Okay, so you can see where it stopped. It was going another layer deeper, but this might still look okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it was going really deep. Wow.
It was going actually another layer deeper there. Yeah. So let's just see the best way to clean this sucker off.
This
May
one,
not do that.
the one that I showed you on the light, I didn't do a fill mode, and that might hurt it not reflect properly because
Yeah.
it's not going to beam up through it when you got that area cut out. So that may not work. You may have to just do line mode on that.
Yeah, let's just see. I'm just taking a cloth. I'm trying not to scratch anything here. You're right though, Jerry. I got a scrap piece of acrylic now. Maybe, if this doesn't work. Okay. Soft cloth. Acrylic apparently is very, 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 very fussy for scratching. Okay, let's peel the other side off. We're gonna try it anyways. What the heck? Interesting. And let's put it in the stand. So here's what it looks like outside of the stand. It's, yeah, maybe I just needed line instead of engrave on that. So. And, oops, There, if I can get a different color. It's not bad. Hang on. Let me just see in the dark. It's not quite shining up through the whole thing. Let's see if I can turn off a light or two here temporarily to show you this. Let's see. Studio overhead, studio main lights. And studio overhead. There we go. You can kind of see it now from a distance. Hard. Doo-doo-doo. It's not bad overall, considering you can still you get the idea.
It looks pretty good.
It's okay. And if I change the color, green, different colors look different, of course. Blue, purple. But I kind of like the not that. Where's the red? Kind of like the red. Oops. Oh, this is multicolor. It flashes.
The one that I have is round,
go.
not square, pre-bought. So that would have been perfect for that logo
Yeah.
in this one. Or you, like you say, you buy a small sheet and you cut it out however you want, and then you only have to cut the square base or rectangular for the bottom.
Yeah. The red is the best. I think the red looks the best because it's kind of a color. But yeah, I think I would do a outline of this versus engraving that whole background. Just do an outline of the DeWitt and engrave the circle as an outline. I think would look better. Okay, well, let me get my lights back on. Boom and boom, because they're all on smart plugs. Oh man, except these lights come on in a really bad color, so I can change them to cold, cold, and 50%.
Yeah, they came on yellow.
There we go. That's better. Cool. Well, I mean, other than the issues with the flippin' USB connections, which I've got to figure out because there's nothing worse. This is salvageable. I'll keep this. I mean, that could have been worse. It could have failed at a different spot. At least I actually got the idea of what this is going to look like. So I'm going to keep this. But other than those USB issues we had, I think everything went relatively well. We cut some acrylic out. We etched and cut acrylic out. We burned an image and cut out an image on some wood. And on this clear acrylic we etched. We're going to cut clear acrylic next week. And next week I'll also show you this material here, which you etch off the black surface to reveal white lettering. And this is great for making signs in a small business. And then you just put this 3M tape on the back and boom, you have an instant sign. So, and I also have this in a brushed silver with black lettering that shows through. So very cool. So right now I'm going to say thank you so much to Jerry for being on here. I appreciate
thanks for having me.
What you've done. And thank you to everybody for being here. Jerry, I'm going to pop you off. I'll talk to you later.
Take care, guys.
I'm going to do the closing on the stream. So we'll talk to you guys later. Or not talk to you later, Jerry. See you later. Thank you so much again. I appreciate it.
No worries. Whenever you need help.
Okay. And then everybody, I'm going to say good night, and we'll see you guys next week. We're going to do some more of this fun stuff. I'll get some more things set up this week for getting all this done. But thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate everybody. Am I on the wrong scene? Did this? Oh, I see what I did. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to do my closing scene. Talk to you guys all next week. And Kilroy, I will be reaching out to you tomorrow. Talk to you then. There it goes.